Hey guys, welcome back to Me Watch the Movie. I'm Mike and I'm here to review a movie that's on video on demand right now and also just came out on Blu-ray this week. It's called The Editor.
Interesting how that name keeps coming up. Editor.
Horror, obsession, lust, and blood pour from the camera's unblinking eye.
It's by Astron 6 and this group of guys that made this movie. They directed it, they acted it, they wrote it, they just created this whole thing from scratch and did a great job with it. If you've seen those 70s Italian horror films, the giallo films, that they're really just weird, crazy, out there, surreal, slasher type, weird movies from the 70s, the horror movies. It's in that vein. It's a parody on that, but it's not like a scary movie parody on that. It's funny in that everybody overacts, but they still play it straight at some points. There's still gore, there's still a somewhat coherent storyline that goes through this. It's not just dumb jokes on huge movies that everybody knows. It's a funny, weird, quirky movie that borrows from all these other movies. It's more of a love letter than it is a spoof. But still a spoof. I don't know, it's a very weird movie. It's about Ray Ciso, who's this famed editor, one of the greatest editors of all time, but he loses his hand and he has a wooden hand that he has to edit with, and because of this dumb wooden hand, he can't edit like he wants to, so he's forced to do crappy B knockoff slasher movies, and nobody respects him. His wife even talks to him like he's garbage juice. A bunch of murders start happening around him and he's the main suspect. I'll leave it at that. There's an inspector that comes along who is again one of the directors of the movie, and he's so over the top and just 70s porn star-ish. It's so over the top, he sounds and talks and acts like Will Ferrell. A bunch of terrible actors and actresses in this movie on the set of this slasher movie are being picked off one by one, and it's just a crazy, surreal, weird story. This movie's hilarious. Everybody's over the top. They intentionally overdub stuff. If you're a fan of horror movies in general, you'll still be able to get a kick out of this movie because of the gore and the things that they do and the tropes that they still play off of. You don't have to know, because I don't know much about the 70s Italian horror genre. I don't know that much about it, but I picked up on certain things that they were talking about as far as editing and stuff like that. There's some genre jokes that only people who really follow it will get. But I still think that the general person who likes a spoof or likes stupid stuff can really get into this movie because it's really dumb. It's like the sex scenes are so far over the top and insane and just gross, just like the gore is. You have to laugh at it. At one point, the misogyny is so high in this movie because, again, they're playing off of the tropes from the 70s that these movies were made out of. That at one point, another man walks up and smacks a guy's wife in the face at dinner, and he's like, "I can't believe you let her talk to you like that. I'm gonna smack you next time." Imagine that, a man smacking a man. But while this movie's being a spoof and a parody and everything else and hilarious and, like I said, Anchorman style dumbness over top of it, it also manages to bring really, really good horror effects to it. Practical horror effects that when gore happen and the kills happen, they're really, really cool. There's a knife to the face that doesn't cut away at the last second. There's just all sorts of really, really cool, well-made horror effects in this movie. Also, the music, amazing. It ties back again to the 70s Italian stuff with this crazy synthesizer, experimental techno stuff going on in the background, but it also ties into what they're reverting back to today with some horror movies, like The Guest and stuff like that. With the synthesizer, with the techno beats, with the crazy stuff going on, and it adds so much to the movie. It's just really, really, really fun what they're doing with music and horror movies nowadays. Not a movie for you if you're easily offended. Like I said, the sex scenes in this are way over the top and constant. The overacting in this movie is so painfully awesome. It's almost borders greatness because it's so bad. If you like a movie that you don't have to take seriously, if you like stupid stuff, and if you're a fan of horror, then this is right up your alley. I love this movie. I'm going to give it a strong 7.5. I think it could be some people are going to hate this movie and not get it at all and like burn it and never speak to someone who recommended it to them again. And then a whole other group of people are going to love this movie and buy it on Blu-ray and watch it over and over again. And that's probably what I'm going to do. I can't wait to watch it again or to show it to somebody. It's just to see the look on their face. We're like, this is insane. And I love it.
The Editor. He'll leave you on the cutting room floor.
Question of the day is, what horror movie are you guys most looking forward to coming around this perfect peak of horror? September, October, the stuff coming on video on demand or Blu-ray or Redbox or Netflix or whatever. What horror movie that's getting ready to come out in the next couple months are you guys most psyched up for? Comment below, let me know. Follow us at WeWatchTheMovie on Twitter, Facebook, where you can get stuff there you can't get anywhere else. And if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some lamp in you.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.